YouTube, I'm Zachary Fowler, and we're going to play with some flint and steel this morning. I got my little kit here my dad made me, I don't even know how many years ago, a long time ago. He gave me a little tin with, well, not this, but a steel and a piece of this whitish flint. And this is Char Cloth, which I made with this very tin here. And Char Cloth is cotton. You put it in the tin, and just old t-shirt. It has to be 100% cotton, otherwise it's going to be a nasty mess when you open it up. And you create basically this charcoal by burning it without any oxygen. So you cook the tin in the fire, and then you got a little hole in the top, and when it's finished, I don't know, it's been a long time since I made any. So it either stops smoking or something. I think it stops smoking. And then you poke a little stick in there and you take it out of the fire and it finishes off and you get this char cloth, which is all charcoaled, and it'll take a great spark. So let's spark up a piece and blow it to life and try that out. And then I collected up a whole bunch of these flints I bought at the show the other day. At the New England Bushcraft Show. If you didn't make it, man, you got to go next year. That was a blast. We had a great time there, meeting everybody and hanging out. Chris and I, and shooting slingshots with people and stuff. Where is my... hold on. A little bit of something to make a bird's nest, and I'll show you how it works. So the thing about flint and steel, works best if you have a sharp piece of flint. The sharper your flint, because what's happening there is you're taking your steel and you're striking the flint down the steel and getting sparks. Or, see that? Or you are holding the striker, which is most people do, and what we're going to do, I'll show you how easy it is. I'll do it with the one that my dad gave me. That as it gets used over time, it gets duller, and you can sharpen these. If you go on Dan Wallach's Cold Cracker Bushcraft, he's got a great video on how to like resharpen your flint. I don't want to do this one because it's so tiny, and I haven't really messed with it. So, but that's why I bought like $40 worth of flint. I got like several pieces here. And I'll show you, see that? Check it out. Nice little pile right there. So I can work on making some spearheads and some arrowheads and stuff like that. Thought that'd be fun. Maybe I can nap an arrowhead with my slingshot. That'd be something. That I don't even think I got. So you got your char cloth, which is just charcoaled cotton. And once it gets to burning, it only takes the littlest piece. It burns very slowly, and you basically just get a little spark on it, and just an ember burns into it. So we'll see if we can. And I just pinch that behind my flint, so I'm holding it like so, just behind one of the sharper edges. That's the sharpest edge right here. And see if you can't get a spark onto it. Of course, this char cloth is like over a year old. Let's see. See if I can stand up and do it. Alright. Alright, here we go. There we go. It only takes one little teeny spark to land on it. That's the... see if I can get there. Come on, focus. Focus! Well, you can see it. It's starting to burn. It doesn't take much. Put that into your... ooh, it's getting hot. Put that into your bird's nest. Doesn't... it just burns nice and slow like. You're not much you have to do. And you got fire. Boom. And you stomp it out. So that's the basics of flint and steel. If you guys ever go to like a see them online or a bushcraft show, you can get these. Protects your knuckles. It's easy to hold, and the sharper it is, the more sparks you can get. With one like this, I might even be able to throw some sparks onto a piece of tinder and get one going good without having to, like, the best way is your char cloth and you go boom, like that. And basically you're scraping off pieces of steel, because this is harder than the steel, and throwing those hot pieces of steel onto your char cloth or onto your tinder bundle, which is very hard to do. If you guys have seen, what's that, the one where the guy gets mauled by the bear? I can't think of it. He gets mauled by the bear and he's in the river, and Glass there, or whatever, his story. It's like he gets out of the water and he's like, grabs this and he grabs some junk with his wet hands and he's like, and he gets a fire going in like 3 seconds. That's, personally, I think that's baloney. I don't know if you're a master flint working, flint and steel. I think it'd be hard pressed to get one nearly as fast as Hollywood made it look like. Flint and steel is something you wanna. With a sharp one too, you can even just scrape it. As you can see, they don't make huge amounts of sparks. Not like my ferro rod necklace here from WAZOO that I'm always talking about and always playing with. I mean, this with one little flick can make like 4 times the amount of sparks that the very easily. So I don't know, I liked it. It wasn't something I was willing to bring on alone. I thought about it, but when it came to inspection time for them to evaluate our 10 items, I said I would like to take my flint and steel, and they said sure. And they go, but you can't bring the tin, you can't bring a char tin, and they're like, and you can't bring your char cloth. So without the tin and the char cloth, camera gets blurry. Without the tin and the char cloth, the flint and steel becomes like twice as hard. You go to a wet place and you're gonna be suffering. So I don't recommend flint and steel unless flint and steel should be part of a kit which has everything in it that you need to make it happen. Let's see if I can get I'll get another one for you. Right here. This char cloth is over a year old, but it shouldn't matter if it's been bagged up, and it has been. Let me try pinching it on top. There we go. If you've made your char cloth well, and it's really fully charred, this will require no blowing on, and it'll just keep going, and you won't have any issues with it. It'll just keep, it's still going. I don't have to blow on it. You don't have to freak out. You just take your time and get it into your little tinder bundle. And I think I just pinched it when I went to do that. Oh no. See what I mean? It's pretty rugged. The char cloth is a nice little thing. Not the easiest thing to carry around in your wallet or something. There we go. It's a good steady coal, unlike trying to put a spark like natively, with your ferro rod or onto like a proper worked down, tinder bundle or a bird's nest that you've made in the wild. And char cloth, even though I don't carry char cloth, I do have these strips here, my sear strips, and from Go Prepared. And these things are like a waxed canvas thing. So when I take and shred this and throw a spark on it, I can, I should try that with fluff it up and throw a spark on it, and then light it and then blow it out. The edge of that will remain a char cloth. So it only takes the one teeniest little bit of spark to get on here, and then you can go, and then it comes back to life. So it's almost nice having a little piece of a burnt one in my wallet, because it takes almost nothing to light it. And these wax strips are like, doesn't matter if it's been soaking wet and I've been in the river, I can pull this thing out and shred it up a little bit with my knife, and then throw a spark on her, and boom, we got a fire. So I've been playing around a lot with this, all this primitive stuff a bit more lately. Those of you that know me know that I'm not a huge bow drill and all that stuff. I did nail the bow drill in Vermont, so I got a vlog that's coming up that's going to have the bow drill that I nailed in Vermont. I got some basswood from Vermont, and which is a nice soft wood. You can tell good soft wood that works good for it is the best, and it burns through really quickly with the bow drill, but it only takes like one pass real quick, and boom, I was nailing it with the basswood. So that was fun, getting my own first kit, and I'll be sharing the video on that of my first full-on bow drill fire with doing some samurai stuff with my brother in Vermont and slow-moing it. It was good stuff. And I can't wait to get into napping some of this and see if I can't nap something out of it. I've napped one thing before out of obsidian, but it took me a pile of stones like this big that we got for only a couple bucks, me and my buddy, and we sit there and we napped them all the way to 2 arrowheads, one each. We finally got it. So it's going to take some work. And just practicing up on some of this stuff, because you never know when my next opportunity might leave me without nothing. Without anything. So I want to be prepared as much as possible to do. If I don't have my 10 items, that's been something I've been thinking about. A lot of this stuff I've learned over the years from books, but you don't know it till you've really done it. And this has always been in my kit, and I've used it plenty of times, and it works awesome if you have the right stuff to go with it. There we go. Oop. Some people, I've seen some of these guys, man, they could do it almost even in slow-mo, just like, whoo, get all kinds of sparks. There we go. So, char cloth, little tin. You can char anything in a little tin like this. You can have a smaller little Altoids tin, little hole in the top, stuff it full of some grass, and it'll do the same thing. You char it, and then you'll be able to take a nice piece of flint and you can just throw some sparks onto it. Throw that in the middle of your bird's nest. It won't burn as well. I've done it with grass that's been charred, and it doesn't quite burn as well as the char cloth, as far as like it starts to kind of burn a little quicker, and so you got to kind of get it gently, fold it and blow it and close it up, because it tends to crumble more than the char cloth like holds together if you're doing your thing. But you can throw enough sparks onto a little pile of charred grass to get one going. You just gotta be, it's just that. Gotta make the silly face. It's all about making the face. And a nice piece of sharp flint. The sharper it is, the slower you can go and really whack a spark off of it. Like that. That's the, look at that. I wonder if I can, I'm pretty sure I can't, but I'll give it a little try while we're sitting here. Got a couple more minutes. The girls are upstairs making all kinds of noise, so I don't know how much long. Alright. Lost you there for a sec. Sorry about that. So, we got a little teeny wad of the oakum. See if I can't. I don't think you can, it's not that easy to throw a spark into it to get the, not the way I could with my necklace, you know? It still has, wins 500K and still has super chat. Yeah, because I bought a home for my family and paid my bills, and I gotta keep paying bills. Doesn't everybody? Boom! One spark with the necklace. That's so much easier than the flint and steel, I tell you. These things are awesome. The WAZOO necklace. So, I'm pretty much almost all I got for time today, guys. Like, I got the littles with me. They're already here. And we got to head off to church. But I'll answer a few questions for you. If you got any questions, drop them in here with a double question mark. Somebody asked, can I forge a fork with a slingshot? Not as far as I know yet. The spoon with the slingshot turned out awesome. I was so psyched about that, the way that turned out. Oh, I did get the reed boat back. You guys want to see it? I'm going to do a video on repairing it and bringing it back to life. Head out into the barn. She is in rough shape. The reed boat is hurting. But I think she's repairable. There it is. Sorry, hold on. There we go. There she is. Got a big, kind of blown out on this end. She's in rough shape. And all untied. It got all cut. So it's still held together here. And a bit, everything's fine down that end. So I'm going to take the two halves of her apart. And I'll take the two halves of her apart. Right there, separate them and make a third, I don't know what you call it, pontoon to go in the middle. And then I'll take that one with and put like a pole down the center of that, like a stick that's, you know, good and solid. So that one becomes like the structure that holds the whole thing together. And then relash the other two so they're tightened back up and adds a slightly bit more material to them. And then she should be good to go. I think she will ride the seas again. Maybe not rivers. I am thinking that was not a good idea, the river thing. So I think that'll probably be the end of her river races. If I was thinking if I could do one with pitching it and stuff. And so we'll see. Here's that spoon. If you guys haven't seen the close-up of it, it was just a quick glimpse of it in the video. That's the spoon I forged with my slingshot for this week's Trick Shot Tuesday. Not sure what I'm going to do this week. Might be rainy, so I might finally do the racetrack indoors video. Come in focus. Turned out pretty good. I don't know that I'll be using it on a regular basis, but not bad for forging a spoon at 33 feet with a SimpleShot hammer. I had another one I was going to do where I pound in a nail with a hammer. I'm not sure how many shots that would take to pound in a nail with a hammer, but I thought that would be pretty fun. But maybe I'll come back to that when I get the new tack hammer for the website from Bill Hayes. We're going to be selling some of those. Will you ever jump in a frozen lake again? Yes, I probably will. I was thinking about doing it again earlier this spring, but it melted so quick and I missed my chance. I was going to like show what to do when you break through the ice and you got to crawl out. I thought that would be a good video. I've seen a video and read about it and seen a video somebody already did one this spring and reminded me of it. And I was like, oh, I should do one. And then I never did. My uncle loves ice fishing so much that he would go out on the ice when it's just like slush, and he'd be out there with snowshoes to ice fish, if I remember correctly. And he loves ever fishing so much. So I was thinking that'd be kind of a funny video to show, like pushing your limits and like how long can you ice fish technically. Do you ever get ticks? I don't get ticks very often. And I usually feel them crawling on me and get them off of me before. I had a scare before alone where I thought I had Lyme disease and they gave me medicine. They found out the test came back negative and it messed my stomach all up in those last 2 years before alone. Is I really started gaining a lot of weight, and then going out there kind of fixed my stomach. So I think that Lyme disease medicine messed me all up. And going ketogenic by being out there and going to ketogenic state seemed to fix all that. So if you guys have Lyme disease, I recommend with the medicine going ketogenic and to fix yourself after the Lyme disease medicine, because it does a number on your stomach, messes you all up, kills everything that's good in your stomach, probiotics and fermented foods, sauerkrauts, like naturally fermented, lacto-fermented foods, stuff like that. And going ketogenic for a while would do a wonder to your body. If you've been struggling from like heavy antibiotics that you've taken and you kind of feel like crud after that for a year or so, you might still be recovering from those antibiotics, which killed all the good stuff in your stomach. When do you think the how-to slingshot video will come out? Soon. I'm going to do the how-to slingshot video, and I'm going to start doing videos on all of my slingshots, but I didn't want to clutter up the channel. So I'm going to do a how to slingshot video on this YouTube channel, and then I'm going to go and do private link videos that will only be available if you go on the website, and you can go below each of the slingshots and watch a how to shoot it and how to rig it and things like that. So that way that they'll be more raw. So I'm going to have Chris is going to edit those, and so they'll just be like a cover photo and then a plain just me talking, none of the fun edits. I'm not going to be teleporting or any of that stuff unless Chris learns how to do that editing really quickly. Have you tried the military issue Flint? That's the spark wheel. I've done the spark wheel, and in one of my videos for the 87 Days series and in one of the live streams. Those things are great. When's the next cooking over the fire? There's not an 87 Days video today. I'm sorry, guys. It just, with the girls and the cleaning up springtime and stuff like that, I got carried away with playing out in my yard. It looks great, though. I'll show you. I'm proud of myself. Like, I really got out there and did a number on it, mowed. Like, last year, I kind of let all of that stuff go and was like, I gotta work. And see, now I got flowers. I trimmed around the flowers that are all around here. The lawn's all mowed. And I even added a random bike wheel that I found in the barn rusting to the middle of a flower patch that's out there. And I got the bird feeders all up. And now I just got to get a pressure washer out here and see if I can't pressure wash the some of that, whatever that is, the lichen growing on the side of the house off. And she'll be looking sharp. And I got a lot of work to do this summer with shingles and things like that. I couldn't believe how many shingles I found when I was raking and stuff. Oh, and that's something else. That's on a video I really want to make a video on next year, next fall. How to pick out good firewood. The firewood the kid that brought it dumped it in my yard. I had all this stuff to clean up, but while I'm cleaning up all the regular wood pulp and shaving junk, there's glass in it. You got to be careful who you let bring you firewood and pay for it. I got like half gypped, like half of it was wet, and I paid full dry price. That was like bogus. How's the BB gun? The BB gun is good. That's going to be the next Slingshot versus video. We'll do the Slingshot versus BB gun, which is cool because the Slingshot versus David and Goliath sling, I was kind of bummed it died out, but then somebody wrote an article on it. You can see it on my website, fowlersmakerymischief.com, linked at the end, that there is somebody did an article on it, and I don't know if it's that article or YouTube just gave it a bump, but it just went up 40,000 views in a couple days. So, and it's still rising. BB gun unboxing with Sparrow. Yeah, so we're gonna do that in a video soon. So many things I want to do and so little time to edit and film and edit. It's like a lot of stuff. I spread myself very thin with all these different things I got going on, all my errands, the website, and all this stuff. So I almost think I messed myself up a little bit by taking on so many of these things that I haven't been able to make as many videos as I would like. Can you make slingshots out of slate? No, you can't. Not that I know of. No stone slingshots. I mean, I could try. This piece is big enough. I could see if I can't nap a slingshot up. It'd probably just cut the bands though when you pull it over the top. Nope, the natives are getting restless. I can hear them. They need attention. They need my help. We gotta get dressed and head off to church. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for likes, subscribes, shares, and coming and hanging out with me on Sunday morning and playing with the old flint and steel. I will see you guys. Wow, that's a nice sharp edge on that one. I will see you guys next time. Fowler out.